Hey guys, I've been promising videos for months and never getting around to them, but I did talk about my skincare routine a few weeks ago, and it's time for me to actually come through with that video that I promised. So today I'm going to talk about my skincare routine. I'm going to give you a little information about the ingredients in the products that I use, which is one thing I've noticed is very lacking in a lot of the YouTube videos that I watch. People will rave about how much they like something, but there's very little attention to what is in them and what the things that are in them do. So I'm going to try to give you some information about that today. So let's get started. So what I had said on my Facebook page is that I've found myself using a lot of Olay products, which is really surprising to me because, you know, for my generation, Olay is like old lady stuff. I remember when I was a kid seeing Oil of Olay commercials, and they were so old-fashioned, and my grandmother used Olay, and Olay just has this connotation with old-fashioned and, old people, and so I always overlooked it because I had this, negative sense about the brand. But I have been more and more reading up about products on polishedchoice.com, and if you're not familiar with that website, please go check it out. I love her. She really goes into the ingredients. She really goes into why things work, what's in them, the science. I mean, if you follow my other page, you know I'm all about the science, and I don't promote things that aren't backed by science, and I don't do things that aren't backed by science. So I realized that in my skincare and just general personal care, I had not been paying attention to the science behind the things that I was using. So I've really spent some time on Paula's Choice website looking into the things I had been using, finding new things, and I really, really appreciate that she actually talks about the science, provides links to the science, really gives you all that very important information. And she rates products poor, average, good, and best. And I have found several products through her website that have just kind of amazed me that I never, ever, ever would have tried had I not read about them on her site. So yes, I've been using a lot of Olay products, and I'm really, really pleased with the quality and the results that I've been getting from them. So let's get started. I'm going to do the order in which I put these on my face. First, I wash with an Olay cleanser. There's a higher end brand that I really like, First Aid Beauty. Their cleanser is awesome, but it's $20 for a tube, and you can get a bigger tube for much, much less, like a quarter of the price of Olay cleanser for normal skin. You can get it in a pump bottle or a tube, and it's phenomenal. It takes off all of my makeup in one wash. It smells nice. It rinses clean. I don't feel like I have a film on my face. It is just a really, really, really nice cleanser, and it's less than $5. So I've been using that. I wash with that first, morning and night. And I don't have to use any makeup remover. I just wash with the cleanser, and it takes it all off, which is so nice. Saves some money there. So clean face, I start with, this is the one non-Olay product I'm going to show you, the Paula's Choice Resist BHA 9. BHA stands for beta hydroxy acid, and it is almost always salicylic acid. And you know salicylic acid as an acne treatment. It's also aspirin, and it's derived from willow. It's derived from a natural source. I believe it's a white willow, but I could be wrong. I will look that up for you. But it's safe. It's been studied for decades and decades and decades. It's effective. It is how it works is it is an exfoliant. So because it's an acid, it kind of sloughs off that surface layer of dead skin cells. This also will clean out your pores, and that is the reason it has an anti-acne action, is that it cleans out your pores over time. It will reduce blackheads, which reduces, and, it removes the sebum from your pores, and over time it can really, really reduce your breakouts. And that has been my experience with this since I've been using this. This is expensive. This is the most expensive product that I use. And it's a liquid, and I just squirt it into my hand and then spread it on my face. And I have noticed a significant decrease in breakouts since I've been using this. It is, and it's not drying at all. I believe the formulation is responsible for it not being drying. I'm just thrilled with this, and like I said, it's the most expensive thing I'm using. I try to be sparing with it. I do one little pump, and so it's like a drop, and then I mix it with this second product that I'm going to show you. This is the Olay Regenerating Serum. This is kind of a cross between a liquid and a cream. It's maybe gel-like. It's pretty liquid. Actually, I'll show you the consistency. It's a clear cream/gel. The main active ingredient in this is niacinamide, which is has anti-inflammatory properties. It has antioxidant properties, and it has skin lightening properties, which I don't really need, but it is what it is. This is somewhat moisturizing, not very, but Paula's Choice gives this a best rating, which is the reason I tried it. And what I have found this is good for is mixing one drop with the BHA, and then mixing it together and putting it all over my face. I have found that to be a really, really nice first layer. That I think that the serum, the moisturizing properties of the serum are probably really helpful for counteracting any dryness you may get from the BHA. I said that I don't. I have in the past had dryness from some BHA products, but I do have very oily skin, and I am not prone to dry skin. So if you are prone to dry skin, it might be worth noting that mixing this with something moisturizing like the serum might be helpful. And again, this is the Olay Regenerating Serum, fragrance-free. So that's my first layer. And then I do, for my eyes, I do this next. This is the Olay Regenerating Eye Lifting Serum. This has almost the same ingredients as the Regenerating Serum, almost identical. The only difference is this is a little bit thicker consistency, and it's got some mica in it, so it's got some little bit of reflective properties, so it kind of produces a very subtle glow. That's not super important to me. I got this more because it's a thicker consistency, and it's easier to get where I want it. But, to save money, you could always just use this serum on your eyes. And I use an extra step on my eyes mostly because my eyes, the skin under my eyes is dry, and the rest of my face is oily. So the area under my eyes needs a different approach than the rest of my skin. So I use different products, because if I used the products that I use under my eyes all over my face, I'd be way too greasy. And if I just used the products I use for my face under my eyes, I would be dry there. So yes, this is the next thing I do under my eyes. And then I add a second layer of moisture under my eyes. I do not have a Holy Grail eye cream yet. I'm still looking. Right now I am alternating between these two samples that I have. I have the Algenist Complete Eye Renewal Balm and the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. Both of these were samples that I got either with a purchase or, yeah, with a purchase. I like the Algenist better than the Bobbi Brown. I actually really do like the Algenist, and I think I will keep using this until the jar is gone, and then if I like it, I'll probably repurchase, because it is very nice, but not super greasy, so that it does absorb and doesn't leave a grease slick under my eyes, which I hate. So that's eyes. Done with eyes. So move on to the rest of my face. The next thing I do is benzoyl peroxide to treat acne, and also to, because I'm so oily, this helps to reduce the oil production. I put this on night and morning. It's very strong. It's 10%. I use the Clearasil Daily Clear Vanishing Acne Treatment, benzoyl peroxide 10%. I use this because it got a best rating from Paula's Choice, and it's inexpensive. And I have to say I'm very, very happy with this. It's very thick, and it dries very quickly. I haven't had any. I like this better than a lot of the benzoyl peroxide creams I've used. Always good to note that benzoyl peroxide bleaches clothing, especially I've found like tans and blues and greens. So if you are going to use benzoyl peroxide product, be sure to be careful putting on and taking off your clothes. Use white pillowcases and sheets because colors tend to get bleached out pretty easily. So I just use white bedding, and I put my clothes on before I put this on, or wash my face before I change my clothes for bed. But this is really good. It's really strong though. If you have dry skin, you're going to probably not want to use something this strong. But this has been great for my oily skin and for keeping breakouts under control. So that is the next step. And then the next step is retinol. Retinol is an anti-aging product. It sloughs off skin. It makes the skin regenerate. So I'm using the Olay Pro X Deep Wrinkles treatment for that. This is really expensive. This is about $30 for this tube. And I use a tiny, tiny bit. I use a tiny bit under my eyes, tiny bit right here where I'm starting to get those wrinkles, and then the creases around my mouth, I put it here. And that's it. That's all I do with this. And it's actually moisturizing, so I don't need extra moisturizer because I've got moisture coming from a couple other products. So I'm very, very conservative with my use of this, but I like it a lot. And then my moisturizer, this was the one I posted about on my Facebook page. This is the best moisturizer I have ever used in my life, and I have gone through 5 bottles now, and I don't think I'm ever going to change because I've tried hundreds of moisturizers over the last 25 years, and I have never found anything that I liked like this. It's SPF 50, which is fantastic. You really want to protect your skin from the sun, especially your face, because that's where your age shows the most. But what I really like about this is that it goes on smoothly and it dries almost immediately. It doesn't leave any greasiness at all. At all. It just dries and it's gone. And it feels so good. It does not make me feel greasy. Like almost every other moisturizer I've ever tried has made me feel greasy. And then my oil production picks up, and within an hour I'm just a grease slick. I don't like that. This does not do that. This dries immediately, no grease, stays matte, and smells really good. I mean, it's barely scented, but I love the smell. I just can't speak highly enough about this. This is the best moisturizer I have ever found, and I don't think I am ever going to stop using it. So this goes under my makeup, or I mix it with my foundation. I like to mix my moisturizer with my foundation because it kind of shears out the foundation, makes it a little less heavy looking, more natural looking. So I will frequently do that unless I'm trying a new application technique like a sponge or brush, or unless I'm playing around. If it's just for putting on my makeup to go to work, I mix my foundation with this, and that's it. So there you go. There is my skincare routine. I think I touched on everything. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry it took so long to get this for you. I will see you later.